Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and today I'm going to be showing those who are interested the upgrade that I did to the Centaur Rabbit with the big wheel kit, and I'm going to show you how I did it again. And I had to do a slight modification to the original way that we had it set up. So here's the actual plan that we worked off of, which I had done over at the fabricating shop, and here's the measurements for those of you who need to know that. This is the actual bracket right here. So they make it as a flat piece and drill the holes according. You want to double check where we're going to put these holes on your machine. I'll show you what we've got over here in a sec. But actually, here's the bracket itself right here. So now you notice that the way this one is set up, it's slightly different than the older version I had, which was on the MD180. So this one, the holes are one right above the other, and what we did with this one is I had to move the hole for the wheel mount a little bit forward, or back actually, I guess, so that when the wheel goes on, it will clear the splash guard when you run it with the splash guard. But so here's the measurement here. Oh, I guess we're about, the center looks like it's about 1 inch exactly from the top there, and over here, oh, 3 1/8 maybe, about, I guess. Okay, so there you go. There's some good measurements, and you can see where the bottom of here is almost 5 inches. So there you go. There's some measurements for you to work off of. There's the inside measure, and of course then the outside measure. There we go. I'll go here. Okay, so if you've got a Rabbit Centaur and you want to upgrade to the 10-inch wheels, this is a very simple way to do it. But I did run into a little problem. Not a big problem, just a little problem. And it's easy to fix. I'm going to show you how we do it. We just had to do a little addition to the design. Because what I found was happening is that it's attached with the threaded bolt right through here, and there's a nut on each side, and it's right inside, tucks inside the wheel there. And so there you can see the bracket, how it's mounted, and then you tighten it up. But as you're moving the machine around, what can happen is, especially if you're going up and down steps with it and moving it around and whatever, what'll happen or can happen is it'll start to sort of pivot forward, and as it does so, of course, that'll move the wheels forward a little bit, and you really want it as vertical as possible. So I went back to the machine shop and I said, okay, we got to straighten this out because I need this thing to sit in place. And so here's what we're going to do. We're going to undo this bolt, or nut, I mean. And then I just have them make up these L bracket. So that's just going to go in place there. And then this will tighten in place. And that will now keep this bracket from pivoting forward. I got one for the other side, of course. And what I usually do is I put, just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere, I put a little dab of goop on the I'll put a dab of goop on here just to make sure that doesn't back off. I don't want that to happen. and it's not permanent. You can, it's like rubber cement, it always remains sort of flexible or whatever, so you can move it out of, or pull it out of there if you need to. Anyway, we'll pull this off of here. This is actually a nylon nut, but I still do that anyway. Nice and simple. Simple is good. So that was the only issue that I come across, and I've oh, the wrong way here. And I've been using these brackets on my MD180 for 4 or 5 years, and absolutely no problem at all. So it'll shift a little bit, I think, but I don't think it'll be an issue at all. Anyway, there you go. That should solve the issue. It'll move forward a tiny bit. If that's an issue, I could actually bend that down if I wanted to. Anyway, we'll see. But there you go. That's the way to fix it, I think. And we'll put a little dab of. Make sure the wheel's turning. Okay, good. Put a little dab of, just a little dab of goop on here. And a little dab of goop over here. Just making sure it moves easily. And that'll just hold it in place. Anyway, there you go. For those of you who have or are wanting to get the Centaur Rabbit, and you want to have a machine with 10-inch wheels, there you go. Because now you can run it without the splash guard if you want anyway. But if you want to be able to use the splash guard, now you can easily use it. And it's over here. So the splash guard, this is the splash guard for this machine. So I can run with the splash guard. I was running this machine the other day with the splash guard, and then I had to quit because I had a short circuit up here, and I haven't quite fixed it yet. I just got to replace this switch, and I'll replace this wire. I'm actually going to replace the triac and the capacitor and the diode as well. Okay, so I'll let you go, and I hope that'll be helpful to you guys out there running a Centaur. So thank you for watching, and have a good day.